Some philosophers like Seneca and Cato have praised the good advice that comes from women because they do it out of humility and love. If a man falls sick, he has a wife to take care of him, his property, and his house with love, like Christ loves the church. Therefore, men should love their wives and cherish them so that they will never know sadness. No matter the opinion of men, either jokingly or serious, man and wife are in holy union and nothing can harm them, especially the woman. The night in question is called January, and as he grows old, he contemplates on his lustful life. He now wants to lead a life of joy and happiness which matrimony offers. He summons his friends to sample their opinions about his intentions to get married. He regrets that he is getting old, getting closer to his grave, but he wants to save his soul. He has used his body foolishly in sin, but he knows that God will take away his sinfulness if he becomes a married man. He will look for a woman as soon as possible, and his friends will help him to do so. The lady that he intends to get married to must be a beautiful virgin and young. While he looks for a woman, he entrusts that his friends should help him also to find one. He warns them that a woman must not be old. She must be below 20 years and reserved. He will not marry a woman of 30 because they are full of hypocrisy and they are trouble makers. If ever he gets married to one, he will know no peace. A young woman can be controlled by her husband, who will guide her and fashion her the way he wants her to become. In summary, he does not want an old woman who will make trouble and will prefer to stay unmarried and commit adultery, which will likely take him to hell. Old women are troublesome, and they may likely not give him an heir to inherit his property. In addition, the old woman may not bear him an heir, and he would not like his inheritance to fall in the hands of a stranger. He knows the reason why he should get married in order to remain chaste in life, for holy dedication, and for procreation to honor God. It is also to help one another in times of trouble, like brother and sister. He feels that although he is old, he is as strong as a blossoming tree before it starts bearing fruit. He is old in the head, but all his other parts of the body are fresh as laurel all the year round. His friends give their opinions about marriage, and there is an argument between Justinus and Placebo. Placebo argues that a man needs to take advice like words from Solomon, for no one opinion is the best. Naturally, people in high places don't like when you contradict their opinions because they don't want to be looked at as fools. Therefore, he will not contradict January's decision to take a wife at old age, and who is younger than him in age. He advises him to stick to his decision, and he will give him his support as a friend. Justinus' response to Placebo is very witty. He quotes Seneca, who believes that a man should think very well before handing his property to someone else. The property owner should find out whom he is giving his property to. It is the same in marriage, as both people would be offering their bodies to one another. Consequently, they must find out who their spouse is. Extravagant, drunk, a gossip, poor, rich, etc. Nevertheless, he concludes that no human being is perfect, but a man should look for a woman whose good qualities overshadows the bad ones. Justinus has had his own share of sorrow in his marriage, but he is generally satisfied with the kind of wife that he has. She is constant and humble. He knows what marriage is all about, and his concern is about January's advanced age and his desire to marry a young woman who is beautiful. Young women are difficult to satisfy in their taste and to keep her entirely for oneself. He wants January, that he may only satisfy his wife for 3 years. January does not listen to the advice and spends the night painting a picture of the future bride. He begins searching for the woman among the young ladies nearby. Many of them are beautiful, rich, but they have bad character. He settles on one of them who is known for her generosity. She's beautiful, young, thin, has long arms, well-disciplined, gentle, and womanly. He banishes all the rest of the other women from his heart and settles with the one that he has chosen. January calls his friends to come immediately, and he announces that he has found a woman and tells them not to give any objection to the choice that he has made. He wants to please God, who has given him all the wealth that he possesses. He wants to live a holy life and a life of peace, but he is afraid or worried in his conscience. He wonders if he can be happily married and at the same time gain salvation in heaven. He has resolved to have happiness in heaven and earth, especially as it is difficult to get salvation, which is guaranteed by his matrimony. Justinus' response is immediate because God is merciful. As God can give him long life, God can also use his wife to pave his way for salvation. All he needs to do is to live a life of moderation. He should slow down his passion for his wife, and he should keep away from other sins. This is the narrator's moral lesson in the story. For one to gain salvation, it does not just limit itself to sexual immorality, but to abstain from all other sinful practices. The marriage preparation is carried out with speed and with the signing of the marriage treaty without delay to make me to become January's wife. There are other documents which will give her possession of land. The day of the wedding is glorious as they receive the sacrament of matrimony. The sermon urges me to be a helpmate to her husband. Sarah had been to Abraham. There is joy all over the place, including the best food and music. January is the happiest wedded man, and his wedding is undescribable. May is the beautifulest bride, and her beauty ravishes her husband. He begins to think how to consummate their marriage at night. He is also concerned about the pain he will inflict on her in the process. He wishes that the night lasts forever and that his guest should depart soonest.